what is going on? Trying something new with this one. As you can tell, this is not live commentary. This is definitely not live commentary. I mean, no, this is live commentary. This is not. No, it's not live commentary. Wait. No, it's not live commentary because I'm doing this in post. I pre-recorded this. What you're watching right now. Prepare for probably the most painful Pokemon Heart Gold gameplay you're ever gonna see. It's sped up, so it's just not gonna look good. It's just not gonna look good. Oh, so I was having trouble moving. Anyways, you're gonna be hearing a lot of stuff. You're gonna be hearing my hands move about the microphone. You might hear my cat a couple of times. You might hear my neighbors outside. This is a very low effort video. Again, title of the channel. All that stuff. But I wanted to try something different today. We're here for an hour and a half today, folks. So we are going to be totally original idea. Reading Reddit stories. I keep getting videos like these, and they are so fun to watch, and I figured it would be fun to make one because what the fuck is that? I don't know. I don't even know if you could hear that, but anyways, I thought it would be fun to make one because I have opinions, and I am loud, and yeah, anyways, so I've got my phone here at 38%, 33%. Okay, let's see if it lasts the entire video. Okay. So I looked through a bunch of them, and I saved like a fuck ton that I really wanted to read. I haven't read these yet, so a lot of them I noticed that they like read them beforehand, and they like, is this cool? I just skimmed them. I skimmed them, and I like read the title, and I was like, ooh, this is gonna be a juicy one type shit. Some of them are just funny. Some of them are this, some of them are that. What time is it? We have like literally an hour. An hour and 20 left in the video. This is all live, by the way. There's no editing. This audio, there's no editing. This is just me fucking around. And if this audio stops at any moment, it's just going to be an awkward cut, and you guys are just going to have to deal with it because I'm too lazy to do any production value at all, because I don't give a fuck about that stuff. I just like talking and playing video games and having a good time and judging people online. So you're going to hear my hand too with the microphone. This is a fucking Zoom H2N, pretty high quality, but whatever. Anyways, so here, let me look through these. I thought this one was funny. Am I the asshole for buying my landlord's foreclosed house? I have been renting a house for several years now. A few months ago, I received notice from the bank that my rental property, along with several others, had been sold at auction, and the bank now owned them. My landlord, who is a longtime family friend and former employer of mine, did not inform me this was going on. Everything we learned was from bank notices. Oh, what was that? My foot is like touching stuff. Yuck. Anyways, when I brought it to his attention, he kind of brushed me off. I have been an anxious mess ever since because of how rough the housing market is, and now facing housing insecurity unexpectedly. My husband and I have kind of been scrambling because we received a 90-day notice to vacate from the bank. That's 3 months. It's not that bad, says me, living in an apartment, renting with nowhere to go. After reaching out and asking a lot of questions, the bank offered to sell me the house and the attached property for a very fair price that we could afford. I accepted that price, and the contract is being written. The main issue is that the former owner is our neighbor and has made it clear he intends to reclaim the property should we buy it. Evidently, he has a sentimental attachment to the land specifically. What is he, Native American? Unfortunately, this is an opportunity I'm not sure we could pass up with the way the market has been trending. I still intend to buy the land and the house and am not interested in selling once we buy. But I feel like absolute shit because I know we are gaining off someone else's loss, and we're gaining off of someone else's loss. It has me feeling super guilty. On the other hand, though, I feel like I just have to look out for mine and my husband's best interests. That is 100% correct. That is 100% correct. You know, it's like one of those moral dilemmas, I guess. Everybody's like, oh no, you fucked me over, but like, I know you, so I feel bad. And it's like, bro, don't feel bad. I mean, it doesn't make sense, because what does he say here? He says, my landlord, wait, hold on. My rental property, along with several others, that the bank owned them. So the landlord lost the property. Therefore, it is no longer his. Therefore, it's up for fucking grabs. Is it unethical? Is it? No, it's not. Not at all. not at all. The reason is because I guess he didn't notify this poster, this person. We should stop separating humanity from online accounts. This is a human being. So this person is kind of fucked. Been scrambling, received a 90-day notice. Yeah, all of a sudden they're like, they just received the thing in the mail. By the way, we own your house now. And that's crazy. The landlord didn't do shit. What's happening on the screen? I'm not even looking at the screen. This is the bell tower. I remember doing this. I'm a fucking idiot, because you can't get Ho-Oh until after the league. So you're just gonna watch me fuck around and like solve all these puzzles for no reason. Anyways, this person is not the asshole. The property was up for grabs. Also, like, what do you mean he has a sentimental attachment to the land? What the fuck does that mean? That's it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Gold commentary, gold reading, all that stuff. This is gonna be great. You see, I have no idea, and then what I'm doing. Oh, you know what? I could read comments. Top comment: 255 upvotes, and now 256. Not the asshole. How can he reclaim it? It's not his house. It's the bank's. He didn't pay his mortgage. They sell it. They sell to you. You pay the mortgage. You are now the owner. If he was so attached to it, he would have paid the note. Type shit. If he's a longtime family friend and your landlord, he should have brought this up to you. Yeah, it's all the same stuff that I said. Anyways, okay, so that's one. Let me see. Okay, you know what? Now I'm just gonna unsave since I already did that. Okay, so this is refresh. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I thought it said disgusting, but it was. Am I the asshole for distrusting that my mother-in-law wanted to paternity test my daughter because my mother-in-law thought my daughter was switched at birth? Okay, wait. My 29 female mother-in-law. Oh, this person is not 29 and they're a female. Her mother-in-law is 53 and a female. Had been the dream mother-in-law before this point. I'm black, my husband is white, the husband is 27, and his family is white. We live in America. When we were just dating, my mother-in-law had said I was the daughter she never had. Side note, it's always so weird when families say shit like that, because it's like, you approve of this incest? Anyways, she would buy me presents. She always hugged me. She paid for our wedding. She was amazing. Recently, out of the clear blue sky, my mother-in-law started saying she thinks our daughter, who's 3, was switched at birth. My daughter looks like my sister. Looks like how my sister looked when she was 3. My mother-in-law said my daughter looks as if she has 2 black biological parents instead of a 1 black parent and a 1 white parent. My mother-in-law wanted the DNA testing. My husband encouraged me to just do it for my mother-in-law's peace of mind. During this process, my husband and I kept our composure. My mother-in-law was very involved, and she still hugged me, complimented me, and asked how I was doing. My husband is my daughter's biological father, and I'm my daughter's biological mother. I want to believe that mother-in-law is genuinely believe that my daughter was switched at birth, but I can't help but feeling that maybe mother-in-law thought I cheated on her son. Am I the asshole? You are not the asshole, but I also don't feel like your mother-in-law thought you cheated on your husband. Also, I'm so sorry. I'm really bad at reading, and then like I have insane ADHD, so I like zone out in the middle, in the middle of reading something. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I don't think she thinks. I don't think that she thinks that you cheated on your husband, aka her son. The reason I think that is because she could just be a fucking idiot. Even I have no degree in biology or whatever the fuck you would call this. I feel like if I just said the wrong term for this, then that proves that I have no real knowledge to speak on this issue. But I'm pretty sure it's possible for a black person to have a child with a white person and have the child be black. Like blackety black black. Like blackety black black black. Like, I'm pretty sure that that's a thing that happens. Ooh. Someone just texted me. Oh my god. Yikes. I will respond to him in like an hour. We still have like so much time. Also, I know, I'm really bad at these. I'm really bad. This is the first one. Be patient with me. We'll get better. Yeah, she could just be an idiot. She could just be fucking stupid. And she doesn't know. Like, she could just... Dude, she wants a paternity test. She could... Like, I mean, I guess... I see nothing... Personally, I see nothing wrong with doing it to appease her. Or to amuse her, I guess. I don't think it's that deep for you to be like, oh my god, did she think that I cheated on her son? It's like, no, I don't think so. I think she's just an idiot. To be honest, I think she's just a fucking idiot. And that's fine. I mean, idiots are happy. But yeah, I mean, also she's still nice to you. If she thought you cheated on her son, she wouldn't be that nice to you, I feel. There would have definitely been a change in mood. Do I think it's crazy to ask a mother for a paternity test at all? Yes, that is wild. That is insane. Under any circumstances, like, the balls to bring it up at all is crazy. It is insane. I don't know why. Even if you like had those thoughts, I mean, again, it's totally incomprehensible to me for anybody to even have that thought. Like, for, I don't know, it's just such an obvious thing. Like, you know, like, I guess, I mean, maybe I could be wrong. I highly doubt that I am, but like, pretty sure not all parents of like white and black children are all brown. Like a middle of the road milk chocolate, you know what I mean? Like, pretty sure it's possible for them to be like black or white. I could be wrong. You know what? You know what? The whole point of this is like not to be afraid of. You know what? Not to be afraid of getting canceled. Nobody watches this fucking channel. I don't know what I'm afraid of. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, maybe I could be wrong. You know, maybe. But I've only heard of. Oh no, you know what? No, I've heard both cases. Troy Bond doesn't look black, and yet one of his parents is black. And then, you know, vice versa. Anyways, this lady's an idiot. This lady could just be an idiot. And yeah, I feel like I've said all I need to say about that. Comments. Your mother-in-law is a weirdo who likely thought that she'd get a pretty mixed grand baby, or she was faking the kindness and is actually racist. Either way, she'd be fed with a long-handled spoon. By the way, she'd be fed with a long-handled spoon from here on out. I don't know what that means. I am also a fucking idiot. I don't think she's racist. I don't think she's racist. It doesn't make sense. She's not racist. She's not racist. It doesn't make sense for her to be racist. It does make sense that she would think that she would get a pretty mixed baby. Or whatever. It does make sense for her to automatically assume that it would be like a brown, again, like a smooth middle of the road milk chocolate baby. But that's not the way you see, look, now I save because I think I'm gonna fight Ho-Oh. And yeah, anyways. Yeah, I think she's just an idiot. I don't think she's racist. I think she just genuinely doesn't know. Okay, so there's that one. Let's see. Oh, wait. I forgot about this one. This is just it's a quickie, but I masturbate to pictures of Ben Shapiro almost every day, just because I know he would hate the idea of a male wanking to him. It's actually really difficult because I don't know if Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was gonna be like, yeah, I'm gay. No, this is a fucking... Oh, no, maybe he is gay. Because he says, I just don't find him sexually attractive in any way, and especially just his headshots. But I have done it every day for about 2 years because I found it funny at first, but now I'm so used to it that it makes me feel incomplete if I do it every day. No! What do you mean? Oh my god. What? What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? That's crazy. That's fucking I didn't read that, so like, that's insane. Because I mean, I get it. I get the idea, and you know what? I respect it. I respect the hate. I respect the hate. If I like the idea of hate wanking is real. The idea of hate wanking is indeed real. Because I'm not gonna elaborate. I'm not gonna elaborate. But the idea of hate wanking is so real. Hate wanking Ben Shapiro is not as real. It's wild. It's wild. That's a wild thing to do. Not only is it a wild thing to do, it's even wilder to say I feel incomplete without doing it. Because then at that point, originally your intention was to hate, and then now you've grown to love this, even if you don't want to admit it to yourself. You like it. I know you like it. Wait, I can't do it. You like choking that chicken? You like choking that chicken to Ben Shapiro, don't you? You like choking that Ben Shapiro? Oh my god, I'm benning. She bends on my chicken until I Shapiro all over the place. I'm sorry. This is not... No one's watching this. No one's watching this. Nobody's fucking watching this. If you are, I don't know whether or not to say thank you, to be honest. Oh, this is a good one. I've been wanting to read this one. I'll leave my girlfriend in 2 days. I read her diary by mistake. This is the one where I was like, this is gonna be fucking juicy. I won't disclose personal infos apart from essentials. I'm a woman in my late 20s, and I have a girlfriend a little younger than me. We live in different cities, and I used to travel to her city, spending money and a lot of time just to stay a few days. It was a sacrifice I was happy to make. I'm asexual. She is not. She always said she was okay with it, and I didn't even think about the fact that she could be lying. That is a mistake. That was mistake number one. I had even told her that, I just want to say real quick, it is completely impossible for someone who is asexual, no, someone who is, what's the opposite of asexual? Sexual? For someone who is sexual to be with someone who's asexual, because obviously someone who's asexual can be with someone who's sexual. But like, if you're not asexual, it's completely unrealistic to even assume that you could be okay with that. What are you, a fucking nun? Also, like, you can't even say nun because like, or priest, because it's like you don't have any partner when you're like a priest or a nun. Like there's no companionship or emotion for you to be like, I want to connect with you on this intimate level. You don't have that when you're like in those positions. However, if you were in a relationship, like, intimacy is a natural part of a relationship. So to delude yourself into thinking that you could be in a relationship with someone that you find very attractive inwards and outwards, and you feel like you could spend the rest of your life without being intimate with that person, I believe that's completely unrealistic and illogical. Anyways, let's continue. She said she was okay with it, didn't even think about the fact that she could be lying. I had even told her that if she felt that she could, I can't read, I'm Hispanic. I had even told her that if she felt that she I told her that if she felt that need, she could have literally gone with another person. She always refused, so I thought nothing was really wrong with it. Okay, again, unrealistic, illogical. I have some issues mentally. She always respected them and even tried to help. It was all okay. I didn't think anything wrong or bad about her. This morning, I was cleaning the house and found an open, small notebook with what I thought were financial notes, since there were also some recipes attached on it. I picked it up to put it in the bookshelf with my eyes, and my eyes just read a few words. I was confused at first, then I realized it was a diary. I should have immediately put it away, but unfortunately, we humans are too curious, especially after the only sentence I had read. I just found out she thinks so bad about me, I can't even describe it. In it, she called me disrespectful of her feelings and needs, and even stupid. I couldn't stop reading. It said that she expects us to fight really soon, and that she's preparing everything in advance just to have the best over me. She's mocked my mental troubles, saying that I don't recognize or acknowledge all the effort she's putting into making me feel better, and question marks in parentheses. She's then described a few events that happened this time I visited. I really thought she had been happy about them too, but everything was crooked and distorted. She called me selfish, stupid again, and finally she wrote that she can't stand the fact that I'm ace. That I'm ruining the relationship, and that she wants to end it one day when she'll get tired. I fucking told you. I fucking told you. I told you. Obviously. Everything else fucking sucks though. That's inexcusable. I can't leave right now. She's out. I'm waiting because this afternoon we should go to an event she asked me to go to, and I booked the ticket already. I'll have to depart tomorrow back to my city. I don't even have the mental energy to confront her. I'm so sad, hopeless, and I feel betrayed to the point that I'm disgusted by her. I'll go to the event as if nothing's changed. It'll take so much effort from me just because I do everything to avoid confrontation, even though I'd love so much to scream at her face and that she's a fucking heartless liar. I never thought of her to be able to even think things like that. It was my mistake to keep reading. It's not something to do violate someone's private thoughts, but now I'm wondering how much more time and energy and money I would have continued to put into this if I didn't know just to wait for her to leave me when she gets tired. Am I reading that wrong? But now I'm wondering how much more time and energy and money I would have continued to put into this if I did not know just to wait for her to leave me when she gets tired. Oh, I see. So, I'll endure today. I'll depart tomorrow. Oh my god, there's updates. Whoo! This shit is juicy, bro. Okay. So I'll endure. I'll endure today, I'll depart tomorrow, and the next day, or on the day after tomorrow, I'll tell her. I've seen what she really thinks of me in a single long and extremely detailed text. I may be a shitty person, yes, but I feel stabbed. I'm not bleeding. I'm not crying. What? Oh, I may be a shitty person, yes, but I feel stabbed. I'm not bleeding. I'm not crying. It's as if all my emotions got turned off, disappeared into nothing. It's not even grief or what could have been. I don't care. I don't want to find out. If I could go, I'd go away right now. I literally created this account just to confess this. It'll be my side account anyways. I'd rather tell this to the whole Reddit instead of writing insults on a diary. I might be a monster, but I don't blame myself. Every time there's like these posts where they're like, oh yeah, my partner fucking hates me. It's like, oh my god, she cheated on me. This. There's always some sprinkled in there where they're like, I might be an asshole. And it's like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Sometimes I might be a monster, but I don't blame myself. I'm glad I found out the truth before it would have been too late. I'm glad I know now. Sometimes knowing hurts more than ignorance. But I was too blissful in my ignorance to even imagine what I've read. I didn't even report it whole because of too many details that could be too revelatory. I've never heard that word before. That's crazy. But that could be too revealing. See, fucking... I'm pretending to have a big brain over here, I guess. Oh my god. I'm not gonna... That was a really bad... Anyways, but I'll just add, she already has someone else in mind after... What? What? Oh my god. I guess it's my confession. I guess that's my confession if I can call it one. The thing that I wanted to confess was being a dick for reading her private stuff. But damn, if I'm glad I did. Whoa! What do you mean she has someone else lined up? What do you mean? Oh my god. That is crazy. Okay. I didn't get water before this. I should have thought that I was going to be talking for like an hour and a half straight. So, I'm going to go fill up my Brita filter before we read these updates. Here's a word from our sponsor. There is no sponsor for this video. We still have an hour left. There is no sponsor. Oh, what is that? There is no sponsor for this video. Just enjoy the music from Mario Odyssey. That's going to be playing the entire time. Yeah, live commentary. I'm not gonna edit anything. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. Probably hurt my cat. He likes to pretend he doesn't have water when there's water in his bowl. So that's what that was. Back on. Okay, we are back. Okay, so there were several updates. There were 2 updates. Okay, update number 1. What? Okay, after reading the comments, this is update number 1. After reading the comments, I realized it might be a lot better if I just disappeared without a word. Blocked her and left her with her own speculations, thanks to all the kind people. I honestly just wanted to burst out in a calm way, writing anonymously just to get it out of my head, but openly to the world. You helped a lot. I also agree. After reading that diary, and she has somebody else lined up. She hates you. She hates you, and she hates you, and I think the last point was that she hates you. So that obviously, if you write this whole written thing and you're like fucking, I don't know, like, this is everything you did wrong. It's like, you did this, you did that. Go sit in the corner and think about what you did. And it's like, she's not gonna give a fuck, dude. Sorry, gas. Like, she's just not gonna give a flying fuck. And it sucks, yeah, but she's not gonna give a fuck. So why waste your energy on someone who's just gonna be like, cool, I'm gonna go fuck this other person that I've been wanting to fuck for a while. Like, you know what I mean? Update number 2. I'm at the festival, trying to chat with random people. She seems... Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I don't know what that was. I'm at the festival, trying to chat with random people. She seems annoyed. Try not to think about it. I'm really uncomfortable as she's acting loving and all. I feel almost sick. Sorry. Update number 3, and probably the last. It's the next morning, and I slept on the sofa. She was really weirded out, but I insisted, and she eventually gave up. She asked me to wake her up immediately, and I did, but I'm awake and not gonna do it. I'll spend as much time alone as I can. The train is in 7 hours. All I'm thinking is that I'm already out of it, mentally. I just have to pack and leave. Thanks, everyone, for the nice comments. I don't know what's wrong with the really mean ones, but I'm not even surprised, given the circumstances. I'll be back to my house by evening, and I'll just disappear, I guess. Without anything to say, because honestly, I don't even know what to say. I wouldn't call her stupid, selfish, unworthy, and all the things that she thinks about me. I would only call her pitiful. Yesterday at the festival, she prayed for me to buy her a thing she said she wanted so much, but she didn't have enough money for it, and I only accepted to give her the amount she missed. Obviously, she hid the wallet before saying she had barely a third of the amount. I did it anyway. I don't know why. I'm really stupid, but I somehow still felt something. Some comments said diaries are sometimes just random thoughts, and I wanted to believe that, but the others kind of opened my eyes a lot. I'll definitely search for an asexual person if I ever want to engage with anyone else in the future. Or honestly, how do I expose a backstabber before finding out this way? Yeah. So real. So fucking real. That's crazy. That's crazy. I did not think this was gonna go where I thought it was. Again, I didn't read any of these beforehand. I was just reading the titles and I was like, ooh. And then I skimmed like the actual story, and then I was like, this is a long one. This is probably gonna be a good one, type shit. And yeah, let me drink some of this fucking water. Hold on. Holy fucking shit. Oh. Damn, that felt good. Let's continue. The one right after this is, I once meowed during sex, and now I'm not allowed in her house anymore. This is not a kink thing, I swear to God. I was just in the zone. We were doing our thing, all going great. Candles, playlist, her cat watching us from the light stand like a judge. Suddenly, the cat meowed. And for some goddamn reason, my smooth, faulty male brain decided to meow back mid-stroke, loudly, like I committed to the meow. What do you mean? Oh my God. She stopped blinking. Oh no, my man. Oh. Did you just meow? I panicked and said, it's like a primal dominance display, you know, alpha instincts. She laughed once, then realized I was serious, then kicked me out. Her actual words were, I'm not gonna fuck someone who tries to out-alpha my cat. You wanna know the worst part? The cat meowed again as I left. The fuck? Like it was mocking me. I haven't heard from her in weeks. I saw her post on Instagram. She's dating a dude who owns 2 cats. Bro, I'm convinced it was a power play all along. TLDR, meow during sex, lost the girl, lost the war, cat won. What the fuck? Oh my God. Comments. I loved every second of this. Story will outlast any memory of the sex. What am I doing? Oh, Ice Path. Okay, yeah. Do I talk about my team? Who do I have? I don't know who I have. Oh my god. Whatever. Let's just be honest here. The cat would have eventually won. This was just the most peaceful resolution for all involved. Next time, bring an offering and gain his blessing before performing coitus upon his human subject. Or just avoid. A response to that comment is, or just avoid cat owners. Dogs are better. Dogs are not better. I'm gonna take this moment to go on this rant now. I fucking hate dogs. Before you say this is a red flag, I have a girlfriend. Fuck you. But I fucking hate dogs. Dogs are loud. They're dirty. They're loud. They're loud. They're loud. And, you know, I just think that dogs are just loud. And, you know, I just don't understand, you know, the love, like, for dogs, because they're loud. And they're loud. Okay, fine, I'll stop. But, like, genuinely, I don't like dogs. And obviously, a part of it is because they're loud. And they are dirty. But they're too energetic for me. They're like, they're always bouncing up and down. And they're always like, bouncing up and down. Like, what do you want? Like, you want to go for a walk? You want me to go outside? Fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm not trying to go outside. Fuck that. Oh, can you touch grass? It's like, no. Like, ah, shit. I was gonna make a joke about that, but I can't. I love you, babe. I don't like dogs. I don't like dogs. The barking, you know what? It's not even that it's loud. It's the barking. You know, because my cat, I can't even make the argument that they're loud because my cat is loud. My cat meows all the fucking time. All the time. All the time. He never shuts up. Like, but I would rather listen to him meow. Because he's outdoor, kinda. He's like indoor, outdoor. He loves being in here. He likes being in here when, like, he eats and then he sleeps here and all that jazz. But he also loves going outside. Sometimes I think for a while I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make him an indoor cat because I get scared when he's outside. So I kept him in here for a while, and he would not shut the fuck up. He would just meow constantly, and like he would literally not stop. And he would wake me up in the middle of the night. He would wake me up in the middle of the night, like at 4 in the morning. It was annoying, and yet I would still pick that over having a fucking dog. I wouldn't say I hate dogs. I don't hate dogs. I don't like dogs. Another thing is the way that they feel. I don't like short-haired dogs. They are gross. Touching them is gross. Touching them is really gross. Like Labradors, I'm not a huge fan of Labradors. Pit bulls, definitely not a fucking fan of pit bulls. Oh, I fucking hate pit bulls, actually. Chihuahuas, I don't like chihuahuas. Even the long-haired chihuahua. Actually, you know what? I fucking hate chihuahuas. I fucking hate chihuahuas with my whole fucking heart. I fucking hate chihuahuas, dude. You know what? This is one of the reasons why, like, I am glad that I'm whitewashed, because as a Mexican, I could never have a fucking chihuahua, dude. I could never have a fucking chihuahua. I fucking hate chihuahuas. Dude, you want to talk about yapaholics? Those are yappa fucking holics. Yapaholics, they're bounce up and down. They're small. They're just like footballs you want to kick across the field. I can't do that with them, bro. Ugh. That is some shit. That is indeed some shit. I forgot what I was saying. Dogs. I'm sorry. I just be saying shit for real. I don't know why I talk like that. You know what? It started ironic. You know what? I don't need to explain myself to you. I just be saying shit for real type shit. Yeah. I don't like dogs. I love you, babe. I would never have dogs. I would genuinely never have dogs. I'm a cat person till the end of time. I don't hate dogs. Saying I hate dogs is definitely a strong way to put it. I don't hate dogs. I heavily dislike dogs. That's a kinder way of saying it. If the choice between killing a cat or a dog was on the table, I'm picking the dog without hesitation and without remorse. I have intrusive thoughts. Actually, I take that back. I'm not gonna say that. I don't have intrusive thoughts of killing dogs. I have intrusive thoughts of pepper spraying dogs. Every single fucking dog. You know, I don't drive yet. I take public transit, and whenever I walk out of my house and down the street to get to my bus stop, there's everybody and their fucking mom has dogs. It's a Mexican neighborhood, so of course everybody has fucking dogs. Everybody wants to go outside and do shit. It's like, bro, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But everybody has fucking dogs. Every single time, there's dogs barking everywhere. To my left, to my right. The bitches walking in front of me that are walking their dogs are barking. The bitches walking behind me, their fucking dogs are barking. Between you and me and my neighbors, like my landlords just got fucking dogs. They're the most annoying fucking things. And I don't want to tell them because it's not my house. You know what I mean? It's not my house. I don't own this property. I don't own the property. So it's like, it's not my place to be like, yo, your dogs are fucking annoying. It's not my place. I can't do that. I can't. But their dogs are fucking annoying. Also, their dogs attack my cat. Their dogs attacking my cat and running towards my cat does make me want to kill them. Genuinely. That's not a joke. It makes me want to kill them. Nobody fucks with my cat. Fuck it, I'd kill a person for fucking my cat. Anyways, I don't like dogs. That's the takeaway from this rant. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I actually like this. This is fun. Oh my god, speaking of which, dude, my landlord literally just walked by. He's literally taking his dogs for a walk. One of them looks like a beagle mixed with something else. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. You know what? The dogs that I do like are all dogs that look like cats, like American Eskimos. And I would you know what? I take that back. I take back what I said about never having dogs. I would have a dog, but all the dogs that I would want look like cats, like American Eskimos or Huskies. Huskies don't look like cats, but they're like, I like big, fluffy dogs. Obviously, let's get the obvious one out of the way. Corgis, the best breed of dog ever. The best. The worst, pugs. The worst, French bulldogs. I will never understand people who just like keep French bulldogs. Like, what do you want, a disabled dog? It doesn't make sense for you to want a dog that can't breathe. Like, how do you get any sort of pleasure like that? It's the equivalent of having it's the equivalent of having a child who has Down. Okay, you know what? I shouldn't say that, but I'm going to anyways. It's the equivalent of having a child who has Down syndrome, and you're like, oh, yeah, we think it's cute. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad thing to say, because people who have family members with Down syndrome don't glorify it. They don't glorify that disability or that medical condition. They don't. And then if people want to be like, oh my god, animals. You know what? If PETA actually gave a fuck about animals, then they would stop breeding French bulldogs and pugs. It doesn't make sense. It's like, oh yeah, like our dog struggles to breathe. And it's like, oh yeah, my god, isn't he so cute? Oh my god, look at our nice little pupper. And it's like, that's inhumane. It's completely inhumane, and in my opinion, unethical to breed such a fucking ugly dog. And also they breathe. The breathing is really bad. There's also health reasons in there. But damn, are they fucking ugly. Also, their fur is gross. It's like all hard and matted. Petting them is not satisfying in the slightest. They're disgusting. I hate pugs. I hate French bulldogs. I did notice that there are some breeders out there who are breeding French bulldogs out of their dwarfism and out of their squashed noses. People with hearts and people with ethics and morals are attempting to put an end to the French bulldog, and or I guess not put an end to the French bulldog, to make a healthy breed of the French bulldog, and that's great. That's great. I respect it. God's work. Generally God's work. I'm an atheist. Anyways, yeah. Let's get to another. How long have I been ranting for? I don't even know. I can't even. Dude, I'm recording this on fucking GarageBand. And then I just. Anyways. Next story. I forgot I was even doing this. I was talking about dogs. Oh yeah, dude, dogs are not better. Fuck dogs. I'm gonna keep that one actually. I've been unsaving the ones that I read. That one is too funny to unsave. What do you mean you meowed during sex? Okay. I got some off of Insane Parents. This one is titled "My Mom After I Got My First Tattoo." It is 2 text messages that I am not going to edit over the screen because I am lazy. Okay, so there are 2 text messages. The first one says, "You don't have any idea how much you broke my heart today. Literally broke my heart." And the second one says, "It's not like you can go back to the hair salon and say, changed my color. The fucking ink is on you for years." The grammar that I just used, that's the same grammar that this mother used. It's not like you can go back to the hair salon and say, changed my color. The fucking ink is on you for years. This person, this mother, is retarded. This is not... I mean, I feel like this is the part in, like, all those, like, Reddit videos where they're, like... Oh, that's right. You know what, bro? You guys are gonna be here with me while I do this. I need the support. It's lamotrigine o'clock, boys. It's lamotrigine o'clock. Hell yeah. I'm on 200 milligrams now. It's great. Oh my god, that's a big pill. Hold on, are you ready? I couldn't do it. Wait, hold on. Okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah, that's right. This mother's retarded. Okay, yeah, this is the part in Reddit where they go, oh, well, you know, like, you know, you don't have the right to change, like, you're, like, they're all so polite about it, but, like, this is genuinely disgusting. Like, people are too calm when they talk about things like this. They're like, oh, you know, you don't have the right to do this, to do that, and it's like, yeah, obviously, but, like, you know what, that's what it is. People are too calm about this shit. It's like, I don't give a fuck if I broke your heart. If that's the type of shit that breaks your heart, then maybe you should kill yourself. Like, I don't give a rat's ass if I broke your heart. This shit has nothing to do with you. Like, this shit has nothing. Not a single goddamn fucking thing to do with you. Fuck are you giving me shit for? Like, what's going on? What are you doing? Like, oh, you don't have any idea how much you broke my heart today. Literally broke my heart. Oh, you can't see my fingers, but this is the world's smallest violin. Playing Gangnam Style, because not even it gives a fuck about you. Like, What do you mean? What do you fucking mean? Like, obviously you don't have a right to dictate what anyone does to their body. Obviously. But we're too calm about this shit. Like, we're way too calm about this. Like, instead of being like, oh yeah, you know, I would like the right to my own body. And I would like the right to do what I want with my own body. We should be vicious about it, being like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to tell me what I can do? This has nothing to fucking do with you. This has nothing to fucking do with you. This has nothing to fucking do with you. Fuck you. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody gives a fuck about your opinions. Nobody gives a fuck about your bland personality. Nobody gives a fuck about your plain ass skin, probably covered in eczema. Like, nobody gives a fuck. I do not give a fuck. And then they go, oh, it's not like you can go back. It's like the fucking ink is on you for years. It's like you're very perceptive. Like, obviously. Would you think I went in there like, oh my god, I can't wait to get my tattoo and change it tomorrow? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, obviously. Like, this wasn't like a fucking rash decision. We didn't just wake up one day and we were like, oh my god, let's get a tattoo. Actually, you know what? Some people do that. That doesn't help my point at all. It doesn't help my point at all. What's a better way to say that? Like, I think I did. It's not like you go in there and you're like, oh my god, I can't wait to change it tomorrow. It's like, obviously it's permanent. You go in there knowing the definition of a tattoo, I'm pretty sure is a permanent bodily mark. You know what? I have a phone. Let's search up the definition of tattoo. I could be wrong. Tattoo. Definition. Okay, that's not the definition I was looking for. An evening drum or bugle signal recalling soldiers to their quarters. That is obviously... Why the fuck would that be what I'm looking for? What? Oh. The first definition is that. I don't know why. The second definition, mark with an ineligible... Mark a person or a part of the body with an indelible design. Indelible design by inserting pigment into the punctures in the skin. Indelible. What does indelible mean? Making marks that cannot be removed. The definition of tattoo is a permanent mark to your skin. I don't know why I put my phone away, like I'm not going to use it anymore. This lady's a retard. This lady is fucking retarded. She's entitled. Like, this is... We're too calm about this type of shit. Like, nobody gives a fuck about you. I don't give enough of a fuck about you to care that I broke your heart over a fucking tattoo. Like, I guess, let's take my tattoos for example. I have a tattoo of a man and a lady on a rocket ship. If you want to know exactly what it is, you can look up Songs from the Black Hole, Weezer fan album cover, and like the accepted fan, the majority accepted fan art of that, like fan album art cover thing of that. It's purple, and in the corner it has a little man on a rocket with the woman behind them, holding her arms around his torso like they're on a motorcycle. You know how they do. Like, it's like taking something like that and then they're like, oh my god, you're gonna have that forever. I can't believe my baby girl is gonna have a rocket ship on her arm for the rest of her life. It's like, kill yourself. Nobody gives a fuck. Just die. You're useless, adding nothing to society. Dude, this is just gonna make me mad. This is one too. This is a post. I think it's a Facebook post. I don't use Facebook, so I don't know what the post is. I'm assuming. The caption is, "Mama gotta have a life too." Let me drink water before I get pissed off here. Oh my God. I just got home from work. It is 8:30 in the morning. Just got home from work. I got home from work like an hour ago. Has it been an hour yet? Close enough. I got home like an hour ago. I'm on overnight shifts now. Fucking CVS. Anyways, I took my daughter's first paycheck and put it toward the light bill, rent, and a little gas money because last I checked, she lived here too. Now she want to stomp around my house talking about I'm not working just to pay your bills and threatening to either move out or quit her job. Girl, be serious. You mad at me for showing you how it is in the real world? Welcome to adulthood, sweetheart. You don't just get a blow. You don't just get the blow checks at Sephora and Chick-fil-A when there's a house that needs to be taken care of. Go ahead and quit if you want to. You won't be living in my house for free. Now stomp that, honey. Okay, so there's two directions. Like, in all fairness, there's two contexts to this. Oh, I take it back. I take that back. What I just said, I take that back. That is a reference. I'm stealing jokes. What I just said, I want to take that back. I did. There's a little detail right here. The word first. I took my daughter's first paycheck. That's crazy. You mad at me for showing you how it is in the real world? You mean you're like, she's mad at you for showing how fucking incompetent you are as a parent? How incompetent you are as a fucking adult? How fucking pathetic you are? How much you have to rely on, like, okay, let's assume this girl is 16. First paycheck, earliest you can get a job. Imagine this girl is 16. Oh, actually, you know what? I take that back. Let's assume she's 18. Because she said she's going to move out. You can't move out until you're 18. If you wanted to move out when you were 16, you would have to be legally emancipated. But still, let's imagine she's like 18. Still in high school. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? I need to read this again so I can get mad again. You want to stomp around my house. If it's your house, look, that's another thing. When it's not your house anymore. It's not your house anymore, you dumb fucking cunt. It's not your. It's that's the whole logic is like, oh well, I pay the bills. This is my house. You're living under my roof, and it's out. Now it's like, bitch. Now I pay the fucking bills. Now you and I both pay the fucking bills. This is my fucking house too. Fuck you. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, kill yourself. Like, this just shit is retarded. This is so fucking stupid. What do you mean? Are you gonna be stomping around my house? Oh yeah, your house that you just relied on your fucking teen daughter to pay the bills for? You fucking slob. You fucking bum. You mad at me for showing you how it is in the real world? That's crazy. That's an insane statement. That is completely insane. Also, if we want to get philosophical for a second, that is a horrible way to raise your children. To raise them with such a cynical mind view is dumb. Then they grow up and then they go, I mean, if we assume this child or this person had like, if it actually seriously impacted them and impacted their thinking, then they would go out into the real world thinking like that. If it didn't, then, and I hope, because what, you're 18, you're an adult, and capable of thinking for yourself at that point, you should know that your parents are full of shit. And it seems like she does. She's angry and she's upset. And that is a good thing. That is a good thing. That means she's capable of thinking by herself and realizing that her mom is a retard. Welcome to adulthood, sweetheart. Adulthood is your parents taking advantage of you, fucking dunce. You don't just get to blow checks at Sephora and Chick-fil-A when there's a house that needs to be taken care of. Yeah, that's not their job. Imagine relying on your kids to pay your bills. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Welcome to adulthood. Like, you have no experience in adulthood if you're relying on your on your kids to pay your fucking rent before they're like fully adults. I shouldn't say fully adults, because at 18 you're an adult. But like, fresh adult. I don't know, let's say the mom is in like her 40s. late 40s, mid 40s, or mid to late 40s if we want to assume she wasn't a teen whore, right? Like, this is, you failed. You failed. You failed. You have failed. Not just as a parent, you've failed as a person. Not even just as an adult, because an adult and as a parent are both social constructs. You've objectively failed at life. You've objectively failed at the human experience. You're pathetic. You are nothing. You are nothing, and you should just kill yourself because you are adding nothing to our society. If anything, you are adding nothing but negative. You are adding nothing but negativity into our society. You are a hamper on our society by reinforcing this logic. So just off yourself. Just do everybody else the service of not having you anymore. And I probably shouldn't say that like I'm speaking for this person, but like, you know what? Maybe your daughter will be better off without you. Maybe you should start to consider that. I'm so glad nobody watches this fucking channel. This would do fucking numbers on Twitter. Oh my god, I can't believe he said that. Clip that. Let's pass it around. Duh. Like, I don't give a fuck. Anyways, that lady should kill herself. Imagine being so pathetic. Imagine being that fucking pathetic. Anyways, the whole point of this is just to say some wild shit. We're just saying wild shit. Next post. Am I the asshole for tipping 83 cents? I went out to dinner with my wife last night. When the bill came, I gave the waitress my card. She came back shortly after looking upset. She slapped the card down on the table and said declined. I thought her tone and brevity was rude. I took out a different card from my wallet and handed it to her. While I was putting the first card in my wallet, she didn't move. I looked at her and said, "Are you okay?" I said, "You know what? I'm going to read this as a confused and / defensive customer because I know I would be pretty defensive about this situation." I looked at her and I said, "You okay?" And she said, "If I go back and try to run this, are you still going to be sitting here when I get back?" What? I asked her if she thought her tone was appropriate for speaking to customers. She said, "You're only a customer if you pay." Ooh. How the fuck are they going to pay? They're literally trying to pay. You fucking retard. That's the whole thing that's happening right now, is that he's trying to fucking pay. What are you talking about? How dumb do you have to be? This is another person adding nothing to our society. Anyways, I should probably stop with this whole utilitarian type of thinking. I've been learning. We've been reading, and you know what? I've just, as much as I love existentialism, I have a very difficult time putting it into practice. We're working on it. But right now, we're not there. So this is another person not adding anything to our society. Or you know what? Maybe I only agree with existentialism on the just to the point of giving life a subjective meaning. When it comes to stuff like Dostoevsky's view of love, or Jean-Paul Sartre's view of like our responsibility to our fellow man, a part of me believes that's true. And then like a lot of that, especially in Dostoevsky's case, where he's like, you should treat everybody like that. You should love everybody unconditionally. And that's a very sweet thought. And I think that's definitely true, that at first, like, okay, you know what, this person, he was respectful. And then he got an attitude. And it's like, after that, like, I was willing to give the waitress a benefit of the doubt. I was actually assuming that this was going to be an entitled person being like, well, you know, you get paid, you know, you shouldn't be relying on tips. Anyways, I don't know how I was going to end that thought. That's going to happen a lot in these videos. I looked at her and said, "You okay?" And she said, "If I go back and try to run this, are you still going to be sitting here when I get back?" I asked her if she thought her tone was appropriate for speaking to customers, and she said, "You're only a customer if you pay." I asked to speak to the manager. She left with the card. My wife said maybe the waitress had encountered scammers before. I was anxious about it. That's a fair point. I said being rude and being cautious are two different things. The waitress returned with my card and the slip to fill out. She said, This one worked. I'm sorry. I thanked her and took the booklet. Our bill was $91.17. I wrote her an 83-cent tip. The $92 as the total. I handed it back to her and started to leave. She said, "You're really not going to tip me?" I said, "No, you were rude to me." She said, "I have to tip out the bartender and the busboy. I just paid money to serve you." I said, "Well, in the future, you shouldn't be so rude." Okay, this is where they lost me. This is where she loses me. Okay, wait, let me finish. My wife thinks I was an asshole to the waitress and should have given her $10 at least because it was an honest misunderstanding. I would have given her $28.83 if she wasn't rude to me, but I don't want to pay to be insulted. Was I the asshole? For the record, I called my bank and the card was flagged for fraud because of the pending $1 charge that was often associated with fraud attempts. I resolved it. Me talking about her not adding anything to society was not a joke. It was without context. So opinions change. With this added context, that is a totally fair point. I didn't even think about that. What the wife said. I didn't even think about that. And I know that because of where I work. And the waitress's mistake was speaking up about it, because you can never assume. You can never assume. It's a mistake to assume. You can assume in your head. There's such a thing as pattern recognition, and you can assume in your head, but you should never say it out loud. Like, I work in retail, so we get a lot of people who steal, and oh my god. I'm gonna make this clarification now. The only people that steal look ghetto. There is no... I'm only mentioning this because when people talk about stealing and when people talk about ghetto, there's a certain type of person that everybody thinks about, and I'm saying that there is no specific type of person that you should be thinking about. The only quality, or I don't know what another term would be. The only quality would be ghetto. There's no like skin color or anything like that. Just people who look ghetto, dirty. They have like extremely baggy clothes. You can see it in their face. You can see it in their eyes. And that's subjective. But again, I can see it in their eyes, the way they walk, the way they conduct themselves, the clothes that they wear. Their clothes are dirty, meaning they're homeless. Homeless people and ghetto people are the two people who steal the most at our CVS. And you see one come in, your immediate thought is to be like, well, that person's not buying anything. And that's where it stops. That's where it should stop. That's you, like a person walking in who fits the profile of someone who you have experienced seeing steal over and over again. That's fine. Like, the recognition being like, well, they're definitely not going to buy anything. It's like, valid. But you don't say it out loud. Like if a ghetto person comes in with like a huge bag, you know what I mean? Like hoodie, cap, or hat, and baggy pants, and like torn shoes. Not torn shoes, but like, you know, I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. Huge bag, giant purse, or a big backpack that's empty. Like, come on. Come fucking on. Who are you bullshitting? And that's, you say that in your head, it's like, that fucking dude's not buying anything. That fucking lady's not buying anything. And they're in all the sections that you know those types of people steal from, like cosmetics or the grocery section. And that's where it stops. Because there's a chance that that person will come to your register and will be really sweet. Because I've had that happen. Even though majority of the people that steal look like that, every now and then you have an interaction that's nice and that's decent. And yeah. So it's okay to have that pattern recognition. It is not okay to voice it out loud. Only because there's always a chance for you to be wrong. And then when you're wrong, shit like this happens. And you can be right 80%. You know what? Fuck it, 95% of the time. But you know what? There's always going to be that 5% possibility of somebody coming in and being really nice and paying for their stuff. And that just happens to be the culture that they subscribe to. And, yeah. Yeah. So that's where she lost. No, actually, she didn't lose me there. Because that's totally valid. Is, kind of having that pattern recognition of people who you're used to seeing, like, do stuff like that. That makes total sense. She shouldn't have said it out loud. She shouldn't have given the customer attitude. And she should not have made a fuss about not getting a tip. That is annoying. Also because, am I gonna go on this rant? I only have like 10 minutes left. Tipping culture is stupid. What do you mean it's my job to pay your fucking rent? Tipping is a courtesy. Tipping is a courtesy for exceptional service. I do not have to tip you. I do not. And if anybody ever watches this video, they're going to be like, oh, you're a bad tipper. And yeah, I am. I am. Because it's not my job. It's not my responsibility to pay, like, your rent. It's not, I don't know. You know what? That's just how I think. I understand the opposite argument because my thought process is, you know, it's not my fault that you get paid shit wages. Therefore, it's not my responsibility to pay extra just out of pity for your poor situation. Because it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Like again, that's why retail places don't have tip jars. Sure, it'd be cool, but like, we don't, and we shouldn't. And this is coming from somebody who works minimum wage, maybe a little bit above minimum wage, like $1 or $2 more. It's like, I would never expect anybody to give me a tip for just doing my job, especially for doing my job poorly. Like, what do you mean? Like, anyways. Also, the fact that he only tipped 83 cents is fucking hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. If someone's an asshole to you at a restaurant, like if the waiter's an asshole to you and you tip like a comedically small amount, I'm sorry, that's fucking hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. We have 13 minutes left. Let's see if we can get another one in. Just one more. So not the asshole. That's it. This is a long one. We'll save that for next time. Oh, it's a really long one. Let's see here. Our elf on the shelf is dead forever, and I'm so relieved. Last year, my son, then 9, decided Elf on the Shelf was not real when he had a friend over. Wait, my son decided Elf on the Shelf was not real when he had a friend over. Touched it, picked it up, threw it on the floor, and later electrical taped it to a robot vacuum. What the fuck? My youngest was watching and laughed, and I thought, finally, nobody believes in this annoying elf anymore. So, Pinecone the elf disappeared after that. This December, my youngest child asked if Elf on the Shelf was coming back, and I told her no. I'm pretty sure that her brother killed him forever. I don't even feel guilty because the holiday season is so much less stressful without it. To all parents, do not get sucked into getting an Elf on the Shelf. They will be the bane of your existence for years to come. Edit. Apparently, lots of people have strong feelings about the elf. The kids and I have had an awesome holiday. We went on Christmas festivals and school programs. They were in a holiday play. We made Christmas cookies and all the typical holiday joy, and not once did we miss the stupid elf. If the help works for your family, that's great, and I mean that sincerely. If you're hanging on by a thread and your cup is empty, and one more thing to remember is the last thing that you want to do, be kind to yourself. Your kids would rather spend time with a less stressed parent than have to do all this extra stuff. Yeah, that's real. I'm never having kids. I fucking hate kids, but yeah, I agree with that. Fuck Elf on the Shelf. I don't even know what it's supposed to be for, but it's creepy as shit, and it's uncanny, and I don't like it. So, fuck that. That's the last story for today. Now, let me talk about this fucking gym battle. Claire had me fucked up, dude. Claire had me fucked up. I was sweating during this fucking battle, bro. Okay. I mean, obviously, dude, you can probably see my moves are not that great. They are not that great. But this is the first Pokemon, dude. Gyarados was her first Pokemon. Oh my fucking god. How much time do I have left? Okay, I take it back. We can fit one more in. I will read that one later. This is a crazy one. Damn, these are long as fuck. The time I gave head to a stranger in the bathroom at a pub. Just created this account as a throwaway because I wanted to share a confession that I've never told anyone before. I was chatting with this guy at a pub for a while, and he had really good vibes, and we had good chemistry. We started flirting a bit more heavy, and before I knew it, we were sneaking off together. We went to the bathroom, and I dropped to my knees. He came in my mouth, and honestly, this was the hottest thing I've ever done. I never told anyone because it's kind of slutty and wild, but yeah, that's my secret law. Personally, I don't care what people do. I'm not gonna tell anybody what to do. It's not. I mean, you can do whatever you want with your life. Personally, I do not respect promiscuity. I don't respect it. I think it's gross. Again, you can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna stop anybody from doing anything. I'm not gonna hear something like that and I'm gonna be like, "You're disgusting." Like, you can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna say anything. But reading stuff like that, it's like, you're gross. I can say that in the comfort of my own home. And I guess in the comfort of 0 people who watch this channel. I think promiscuity is gross. I don't respect it. I don't respect it at all. I personally believe maybe it's just me. Maybe I personally cannot have sex with somebody unless I have an emotional connection to them. Therefore, to me, sex is an intimate and emotional thing, and it's an embodiment of your love for somebody. Because it's one of, if not the most intimate things to do with somebody. I don't think that being promiscuous ruins that. I definitely don't. I don't think. I just think it's gross. I just realized that what I just said is not an argument. It's not evidence at all to support my argument. I can't really think of why I think it's gross. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I do think a part of it is disrespecting yourself. Maybe that's the connection. Is that, like, I feel like sex should be respected. And I feel like there's a certain morality, I guess, tied to sex. Like, I can never be promiscuous. I can never be in a long-term relationship with someone who was promiscuous in the past. Again, that's my personal thing. Obviously, when you're in a relationship, you expect the person to have done it with other people. I'm not saying I want to, like, I would only date virgins, pure women, and it's like, no. It's just like, if you've had relationships, obviously it's reasonable to assume you've had relations with those people. But like, if you were super into like hookup culture and like you were just promiscuous, I don't respect it. I don't respect it. I think it's disgusting. I think there's a lot more to sex that you're just ignoring. I guess that's what I'm going with because I genuinely can't figure it out. I just like have this repulsion to promiscuity. It's gross. It's gross. Yeah, I don't like it. We have 6 minutes left, so that's the actual last one. Just me ranting about how I don't like promiscuity. Nobody watches this fucking channel, and if you do, I don't give a fuck about what you think. You know? Also, again, like I said, I'm never gonna say this to someone's face. Like if this person told me that story in person, I would just be like, cool. Like, okay. That was definitely a choice. It would be difficult for me to be like nice, or it would be difficult for me to be like cool. I guess that's the entire reason why r/confessions exists. But yeah, I could never. Oh my goodness. Fuck. But yeah, I could never. I don't respect it. I really don't. It's disgusting. I think it's genuinely disgusting, and it would be difficult for me not to sound condescending when I react to something like that. Like, I have a friend who is beginning to go down a road of promiscuity. However, we're close enough to where I can be like, I personally heavily disagree with that, and I don't respect it. I would prefer if you didn't talk about it around me. Respectfully, I would never be like, you're disgusting, ew. I would just be like, yeah, I don't like that. Please don't talk about that with me. Yeah, and again, like this person, if we were friends, I would feel comfortable enough saying that. But if it was like an acquaintance and they were telling me this, I would just be like, okay. Like, or maybe I would. Maybe I would be like, I would be respectful about it, is I think what I'm trying to say. I would definitely be respectful about it, but I wouldn't pretend to be like nice. I wouldn't validate it, because it goes against my personal moral principles. But again, I would never stop anybody from doing anything. I would never be like, yeah, go for it. I would just be like, okay, do what you want. It's your life. Which people often take for like really condescending, and it's not. Like, if you get defensive over that, like, that's not my problem. I think one thing, you don't have to think my thing. We don't have to think the same. It's like, it's whatever. We just disagree, and that's fine. That's the end of that. I don't know what else I can say about that. This fucking gym battle fucked me up. Look, let's look up Hyperbeam. Let's look up fucking Hyperbeam right now. I was telling this to my girlfriend. We were on the phone while I was doing this. Hyperbeam. Oh, Pokemon. I guess there's always something fucking Pokemon. Hyperbeam. Oh wow, it has an accuracy of 90. Oh, I thought it had an accuracy of 75 or like 70. But no, 90. Still, every single one hit, and then look, she knocked out like, look, 4 of my Pokemon. I don't have any tanks. I think Quagsire is the closest thing I have to a tank. And dude, her Kingdra was fucking me up. It's just, the entire battle was nothing but healing. And I don't even remember how I won the battle. I think I got lucky with a critical hit. Crit saved my fucking life. Oh, that's weird. Yeah. Dragon Pokemon. Okay, look, it missed. I was trying with Umbreon. I was trying to use hold on. I was trying to use Sand Attack to weaken it, but I think. Oh, yeah, Slam! I got lucky with the crit, and I remember being like, "Fuck yes!" And I have the gold coin, so I was like, "Yeah." Anyways, I won that battle, and that's gonna do it for this. I hope this video does semi-well. I don't think it's going to, and if anything happens with this video, it's gonna get a ton of hate because of my views on... At least I assume it's gonna get a lot of hate because a bunch of people will think promiscuity is empowering, and that's fine. Again, I just disagree. I'm not gonna tell anybody what to do. It's just my personal belief. Anyways, and then like I forgot what else I went on. Oh yeah, people. I'm probably gonna get hate about my view on dogs, and about. Oh yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of strongly worded rants in this, so I'm prepared for the hate. Bring it on. Well, not even bring it on. I'm just completely indifferent about it. I don't give a fuck. I don't even know why I'm mentioning it. I guess me mentioning it means I do give a fuck a little bit, but like honestly, I just don't give a fuck. We're just waiting for the clock to run out, and I hope there are people out there who enjoyed this kind of. This is fun. All right. Bye. Yeah. I don't know. Bye.